Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this your daily Gogetemism number 113 for 2016, January 26th. Snowing outside a little bit. Ain't really snowing. It's cold outside though. We're in the midst of a blizzard. What is it? A blizzard? No one here can deal with it. You need to point your butt to a chair and sit it. Anyway, today I want to talk a little bit about paranoia, and I also want to talk about toxic people. We're going to get into that a little bit. First of all, paranoia. Now, when we use a word like paranoia, everybody starts getting up in arms because nobody wants to be labeled as paranoid. Probably because being paranoid is normally associated with people being on drugs, cocaine in particular. But that's not what we're talking about today. I'm talking about the regular paranoia when you feel like somebody is out to get you. And really, maybe we should skip the word paranoia altogether and just talk about being in a position where somebody, where we feel like somebody's just got it in for us, just out to get us. It could be at a job. Everybody, I'm not going to say everybody, but most people have been on a job at some point in time where they've had a hater on the job, somebody who was trying to do them in. Now, you can deal with this in one of two ways. You can look the other way like they're not really trying to do anything to you, or you can take it seriously and just be like, look, I know that certain things are happening to me, and I feel the winds of change, and I think that they might be trying to set me up to fire me. Now, the best way to handle that situation is to do what you know you're supposed to do, and you don't have to worry about being fired. But that's not always the case, because these businesses are always looking to downsize, always looking to lay people off, always looking to find a way to operate their business without having to pay anybody, whether they have to use mechanics or computers, or should I say pre-programmed computers, or if they yo, come on, man, or if they can find somebody younger and cheaper. So we have to sort of pay attention when it seems like they're trying to get rid of us, because that's our livelihood is at stake. We need to be able to put food on the table. We need to be able to feed our families and do what we have to do. You know what I'm saying? It's about survival out here. So in terms of that, feeling like somebody's out to get you, or paranoia, or whatever you want to call it, that's kind of justified. But sometimes people take paranoia to another level and think that maybe their spouse is out to get them. If you watch the ID channel too much, you might feel like your spouse is trying to kill you for the insurance money. It happens. People kill over money. It's crazy, and they hurt people over over jealousy, over money, over matters of the heart, whatever the case may be. And if you feel like something like that is going on, and you are of sound mind and body, then what's there to say that your suspicions might be true? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It is what it is. Jealous neighbors. You ever feel like your neighbors are out to get you because they hating on you? It happens. You know, if you've ever had any problems with somebody calling Child Protective Services, aka DHS, in my neck of the woods, where you may not be abusing your child or neglectful, or you may be one of the best parents in the world, but maybe if you are a single parent, and somebody on your block doesn't like you, maybe they'll do things like call L&I, that's licenses and inspection on you if you put out trash that they don't approve of. If you have sometimes when neighbors have an altercation, or they just don't like each other, they do mean things to each other, and that's one of the mean things that they do. So if you have never had a problem with anybody coming to inspect your crib, and all of a sudden here they come showing up, it stands to reason that somebody on your block might be on that bullshit, and they may have called the people on you. Also, getting back to the whole single parent piece, what about if you are in the midst of a custody battle? So you and the other and the child's other parent aren't getting along very well. So maybe as a man you feel like your baby mom is trying to make you look bad so she can increase your child support payments, Or if you are a woman and your your child's father wants to get custody of the child, so maybe they might be trying to paint you as an unfit parent, as neglectful, things like that. And then the people come and they investigating you. It gets extreme sometimes to the point where until they finish the investigation, your children are placed in foster care. It's serious. So all feelings of paranoia are not unfounded, and they're not all unreasonable. Some of them are quite reasonable, and we have to pay attention to those things. Now, if you are on drugs or you are on alcohol too much, you do those things excessively, then maybe your feelings of paranoia are more substance induced, and maybe you might not be all that 100% correct. You might not even be in the 70th percentile, which means you're below average, which means you ain't gonna pass the test. But I'm talking about regular feelings of paranoia, like ah, ah. It's real out here, and we have to do what we have to do in order to protect ourselves. So, but don't let your feelings of paranoia take over you. Try to find real evidence and don't obsess over it. Take the evidence that you have and just do what you're supposed to do, and everything will probably turn out all right. Other than that, what I mean, if you're a crazy person, somebody gonna recognize that, and they're gonna, handle that accordingly. So it is what it is. I'm Sun752. This is Urban Therapy with Sun. This is your daily Gogetemism for January 26, 2015. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. Don't let your feelings of paranoia run you, obsess over you, or take up so much of your mental energy that you start to alienate people from you. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to be that kind of person, man. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. For real, for real. Yo, go to the website, urbantherapywithsun.com. Register for that website. Get down with that website. Also, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Do that. And also, make sure y'all look out for the show. Oh, check out the Daily Gogetemism radio show every single day. 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check it out. You can check it out in two places. You can go to urbantherapywithsun.com and listen to the show live, or you can go to Blog Talk. Go to urbantherapywithsun.com and check the show out live there, and you can also chat there. Do that. That's how we do it. Yeah, I ain't gonna blow the other joint up. Yeah, even though we still broadcast from there. But anyway, check us out there, and also the show coming out this Wednesday. Yeah, make sure y'all check out the show this Wednesday evening. We're going to be talking about the decision to marry again. So we're going to be touching on everything that deals with marriage, man. Get at me. Get at me for that. It's going to be hot. Hot to death. It ain't what you think it is. It's going to be much, much flyer. Y'all know how we do it, Urban Therapy with Sun. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow for another installment of the Daily Gogetemism Show. Y'all have a great night. If you get snowed in, make sure you make love and have some fun. All right, y'all. Peace.